What is happening to people? Sat Sri Akal, Namaste, Islam. If you're watching this video for the very first time, welcome. My name is Aman. Today, I'm going to talk about the 5 critical mistakes that most Amazon sellers will make in the journey through trying to sell on Amazon and build a business. Now, trust me, guys, some of these mistakes I've personally made, but the key to making these mistakes is that you need to figure out what you've done wrong, fix it so you don't repeat it again. If you guys are doing some of the stuff that I talk about in this video, hopefully you guys can recognize it and fix it so you can move on to your Amazon business journey. So the first critical mistake that I find a lot of people doing in this business is their product research. Product research is probably the most important thing in this business, because if you don't have the right product, chances are you're not going to do well. And some of the mistakes that I find that people are doing while they're trying to find a product to sell is they're not taking enough time. Don't rush into finding your product, guys. This is really important. You need to find something that's going to fit well, it's going to sell well, has great search results. It's a good product. Hopefully it solves someone's problem. Quality is fantastic. And all the other check boxes all the other Amazon sellers talk about. After you go through all your checks and balances and you think you found another product, go through your checks and balances again. You can't do this enough times. I remember when I was looking for my product, my first private label product that I ended up selling on Amazon, I probably went through that probably at least 7 times before I was 100% sure that this is the one that I want. Because you never know. Trends change, people change, buying experience changes, buyers change. There's so many other factors that you have to take into account, especially if you're buying seasonal products or if you're buying products that are, in current trends. And the other mistake I see a lot of newbies that are doing is that they fall in love with their product. Don't fall in love with the product, man. That's just a recipe for disaster. Now, I'm not saying you find products that are not in a particular niche that you want to sell in, or some of your passions, whatever it is. That's okay. But the product itself, there's something that you can't fall in love with, because if you fall in love with it, you get emotionally attached to it. If you get emotionally attached to it, you start compromising your decisions. You understand what I'm saying? The second critical mistake that a lot of new Amazon sellers make is they don't understand or know their numbers. What do I mean by that? Profit margins, return on investment, shipping costs, cost of landed, and all this other stuff. There's so many numbers that you need to understand. I'm not going to go into detail, what those numbers are in this video. I can do a separate video on that and how to calculate, your profits and stuff like that. You just need to understand your numbers, because a lot of people jump on Amazon. They see all these gurus and these sellers. They're like, oh, we've got 35% margin on ours or 40% margin on ours. And you guys got to really be careful of what you're seeing, especially when you see posts of people posting saying, I did $20,000 in 3 months, or I did $6,000 in 6 months. You really need to understand the numbers, like revenue versus gross sales. A lot of the posts that you're gonna see is gonna be gross sales. You don't know how much money they've actually made, and if they're telling you they're doing 35% margin or 40% margin, I'm sorry, but I call bullshit on that. A lot of sellers aren't going to tell you this, but you are looking for a minimum 15 to 20% return on whatever you're trying to sell. That is a very good number. That's the average number in retail sales. If you can average that, you're in a good spot. If you get more than that, great, fantastic. You know what, power to you. But you really got to look at your numbers and understand what they are, because I'm telling you, it's going to come to bite you in the ass later on. If you don't understand your numbers, you'll be selling all these great products, doing like, 10, 100, 200 sales a day, but nothing's coming to your bank account because you didn't understand how the numbers work. Your shipping fees, your Amazon referral fees. This is stuff you really need to get down and really need to understand it. The third critical mistake I see a lot of new Amazon sellers make is the listing optimization. When you create that listing and you're ready to open up your brand new store and blast out your products, you better make sure that your listing is in A1 condition. What do I mean by that? Professional pictures. You know what I mean? Your listing is optimized for keyword and back-end keywords. All the copyright inside the listing sounds professional, doesn't sound odd. Your bullet points are concise and straight to the point. Little things like that really matter. So you got to remember, guys, when people come to Amazon to shop, they buy with their eyes first, then they read the information second. So that's why I can't stress that enough, that you really need to spend the money on your pictures. It's really important. In terms of the listing and the copyright, there's so many people out there that can help you. I can tell you personally, from my business, I do not do or create any of my listings. I farm that out to experts. Again, there's so many people out there that can help you out. Just remember one thing: you pay for what you get. The fourth critical mistake that a lot of new Amazon sellers make is their mindset. This is a really big one. There's so many people coming into this business just to make a quick buck. They may not say it openly, but you can tell by their actions, by the stuff they post in these Facebook groups. I'll give you an example. If you're starting a brand new business, like a typical brick and mortar store, and you want to get people into the door, what are you going to do? You're going to have sales, you're going to have discounts, you're going to pay for advertising. You know what I mean? Like your first whatever month is going to be just spending money on trying to get people into the store. So why would your Amazon business be any different? If you think you're going to turn a profit in the first 30, 60, 90 days, you may, but what are you going to do with that profit? You're going to put it back into your business and reinvest into getting more product. One of the biggest problems with this business is cash flow. Having enough cash flow to reinvest so you can scale quicker. I mean, I'm having that exact problem right now. So guys, you really need to get that mindset right. This is not about making a quick buck. Like I said, any profits you do make, you're not going to take them out for yourself. You're building a business here. This is something long term. So you got to think like that, man. You're going to take all those profits and reinvest back into your business. The fifth and final critical mistake that a lot of new Amazon sellers make is that they don't give their business enough time and they lack patience. I want to explain something to you how businesses work. Most traditional businesses, their return on investment is 2 to 5 years. Now in Amazon, you can do it much quicker. Definitely. I've seen people do it. Some of my friends have done it, but that doesn't mean that everyone else is going to do the same thing. Everyone's Amazon journey business is going to be totally different. You got to stop comparing yourself to other people, right? You need to worry about your own business and how you run your business. You understand what I'm saying? One thing you're definitely going to need is time. You need time to build your business. You need time to get in those profits so you can reinvest back into your business. I can tell you from my experience and a lot of other Amazon sellers I've spoken to over the years is that they didn't take any money out till probably a year after their business was established. All that money that they made, they're reinvesting back into their business, which I've talked about earlier with like mindset. They took the time to build their business right, build it strong, because you want depth. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you're in it for the quick buck, great, power to you. I'm not talking to you people. This conversation is for those of you that want to build a real business, something that's going to last for a long time, something that you can pass on to your kids or to your family. And the only way you're going to do that is you need to give yourself time and you need to be patient. That's the other thing a lot of you new sellers lack is patience. You think that if you're going to start your Amazon business today, you're going to be a millionaire in 3 months. And that's not how business works. If it was that easy, everyone would be doing it. This is going to be one of the hardest things you're ever going to do in your life. And you need that time and patience to grow, because as your business grows, you grow. Things change. Different problems, more problems, less problems, money problems, cash flow problems, inventory problems. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind, guys. Now, this is stuff that I'm talking about that you guys can fix right out of the get-go. I want you to go into your Amazon business with like your A game on. You know what I mean? I want you to be successful right off the gate. Don't make the same mistakes that all of us have done. Learn from Amazon sellers, listen to what they've done, listen to their mistakes. You know what? Improve on them. That way you don't make the same mistakes. So again, guys, to recap, the 5 critical mistakes that most new Amazon sellers make. The first one is product research. Make sure you take your time in doing that. Number 2 is know your numbers. That's really important, because how are you going to know what your true profits or losses are? Number 3, listing optimization. This is critical because that's the first thing that people are going to see about your product. And of course, that's how your product is going to be found on Amazon as well. Number 4 is mindset, which is probably for me the most critical part. You need to have that strong mindset. You need to think like a business owner and not an employee. And finally, number 5, time and patience. Without time and without patience, you are not going to grow a healthy business. I'm sorry. So guys, hopefully some of the information in this video made sense. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. But I want to say, if you're watching this video for the very first time, you know what? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Please subscribe, you're part of the family. If you want to see more videos just like this, please click on Beyond the Sky. Of course, my peeps, be you, stay optimistic, enjoy the rest of your night. Here's a big high five from me to all of you.